Hey guys, hopefully hear me all right. We got a fan going because I think summer has finally hit here in Pennsylvania. So it's like been 80 degrees for the last couple of days. Haven't had to fight the heater or have the AC on or whatever. So I think summer's finally here to stay. Went fishing yesterday as I talked to you guys and showed you guys, and it was a scorcher. So I think summer here in Pennsylvania is here to stay. We're doing this out in the garage, so just bear with us if you hear a fan or sign. But thank you to everyone for joining tonight's live. Doing it on Friday night, I wasn't sure how the turnout would be. Just kind of a very busy week, as you guys have seen who've followed along with the critter craziness and everything that's been going on. But I want to thank everyone for joining. We are going to do a couple of giveaways tonight. We'll start off. We're going to do about, I think, three giveaways tonight. We're going to do a shirt here to start. We're going to give away a free COVID critter, and then to the grand prize winner will actually get a critter crate. So we'll do that later on. We're going to run probably till 8:30, 8:45 like we normally do. Have a few things to talk about, answer all your guys' questions, and just hang out and everything. So we'll start off the stream here with doing a giveaway on a free shirt. It's a Folks Custom Crank shirt. Just gray with a black logo, more subdued. I know the lime green's not for everyone, so we're going to do this shirt. We have it large, extra large, and two extra large. All you have to do to enter the giveaway for now is just comment Folks. So whatever platform you're on, just comment Folks. We'll get the comments through on our end. We'll put you in the giveaway bucket. Then we'll pull this giveaway winner at like 8:15. We'll do about every 15 minutes or so is what we'll plan for this one. So comment Folks. Winner is going to get this free shirt. I'll bring it up again here later in the stream. Whoever wins will get to pick between large, extra large, or two extra large. So we'll put this to the side. We got these new in. Like other companies do, what we're going to do with these eventually, once we kind of get our feet under ourselves here, is if you order whatever $150 worth, you're going to get a free folk shirt soon on the website. I Things are a little crazy right now, as you guys have seen, can imagine, but soon that's in the works, and that'll be a deal we offer at shows as well. So yeah, we're always wanting to work on stuff for you guys, working on projects for you guys, and doing all that fun stuff. So looks like we have some more joining as well, so thank you guys to everyone joining. And yeah, we got some comments here before we get into my stuff, uh, and then just cover your guys' comments already, or questions or whatever, and we'll go start from there. So Justin says he caught a lot of fish on the critter yesterday. It's awesome to hear. It's when I went out fishing yesterday. Literally took three flipping poles and I had three critters tied on. So I'm a pretty big believer in them now. Like a lot of people, when the first craze of this whole bait style started, I was like. Maybe, I see why it gets bit, but I wasn't like the biggest believer in it. But now, just going out and fishing with it for a few trips now, I haven't got to fish as much as I'd like to have, but I'm definitely a believer in this bait. Whether you need to turn on your unit to catch them or without the unit. Yesterday, I never even turned on my unit because the power connector was broke on it. Two, it's summer and it's flipping season for our largemouth lake. So I just went and flipped this around yesterday and never turned on the unit or anything. So glad to hear you caught a lot of fish, Jason, with it, and love hearing that. So let's see. Daryl commented here, said keep waiting for the bite to die off, but it hasn't happened yet. COVID critters putting big bags in the boat for him every weekend. Heck yeah, I love to hear that, Daryl. Him and his son Sean have been killing it. Great group of guys over there. Did pretty well in their state championship as well for their high school. So really love seeing all the fish they're catching. They're helping me actually, because I've asked them, because they're getting a lot more time on the water fishing these than I have. I've been very busy shipping, packaging, doing everything for you guys with those baits. So I love hearing your guys' feedback, and if you guys are okay with me sharing the tips and tricks you share with me, that's just how the fishing community works. You guys find a little secret on something, and it works for you. We'll share it around and see if it works for others. Daryl and his son Sean were the ones who recommended throwing these on like a deep crankbait pole, actually, because you get some more bend with the glass, setting the hook on them. So haven't tried that myself. I was throwing mine on like a 7'3" medium heavy yesterday, so not a straight flipping setup. Definitely caught fish on it, so can see why that would work. He says, "Don't sleep on the baby one mine, especially right now. Some of the grass in our home lake is actually starting to die off, and it's getting perfect. Well, it's been perfect for that baby one minus bite. So love to see that." Corey asked if we do any shows in Alabama. Right now, there aren't any. Well, there's one in Coleman, Alabama. I know last year was its first year for it. I heard a lot of good things about it. It was booked on another weekend that we were at. I believe it was in Raw or no, the Richmond Fishing Expo. And the Richmond Fishing Expo, we love going to that one. If you've been following us, we've been going to that one. I think for 4 or 5 years now. It's baby one minus country and everything. So if the scheduling ever works out, we'd definitely love to come back down to Alabama. It's home of bass fishing. I mean, there's so many great bass fishing lakes down in Alabama. So many great bass fishermen in Alabama. So uh, would love to try to get back down there as long as the schedule works next year. Central West Virginia says, been catching them on the custom warts. Heck yeah, love hearing that. Got some critters coming your way as well, so thank you for that. And we love hearing guys catching them on our fish or on our catching fish on our baits. And Rodney says he can't wait to get ours. Heck yeah, I've been working my tail off shipping all these out to you guys. Been spending about 6 to 7 hours a day just flat out shipping. So I love it. I love getting all the orders for you guys. I haven't gotten as much time on the airbrush as I would normally like. Trying to get the custom orders done. Trying to get some baits out to you guys for the website, which we'll talk about later. I do have some stuff coming out later this evening or tomorrow. So I think that's it for now. We have a few more minutes on the giveaway, so if anyone else is joining, we're giving away the shirt. It's a gray with a black logo, Fulks Custom Crank shirt. All you have to do is comment Fulks, and you'll be entered to win. At 8:15, we'll pull a winner. So, kind of get into my subjects here. I got my list written out. Um, let's first talk about since we were talking to Daryl with the student angler program, we'll continue on that subject. We've gotten a lot of great feedback from young anglers in high school and college. Uh, since we posted the video about opening our future anglers program, and so much so that we got such a great response that it got capped. We capped it at 100 for now, and we said we are opening it back up. We definitely are. Those 100 guys that entered already. We kind of got delayed with the critter craziness. I'm just going to keep calling it the critter craziness going on, getting your guys' care packages sent out. But those care packages should be sent out sometime next week. Could be Monday, could be Friday. Just depends how things shipping wise look here for me with shipping the critters to you guys. So anyone who's enrolled in that Folks Future Angler program, we contacted you to get your shirt size and to get your shipping address. If you haven't already gotten back to us, please make sure you do. And then we will get your care packages sent out. And then any new members interested in the Folks Future Anglers program getting set up, like our pro staff deal, if you're a high school, college, or a junior angler, we're going to open it up. I know I said June, but with the critter craziness, it's just been absolutely insane. We thought we're going to open it back up in August when school starts. So, you just got to give us one more extra month. And we're not doing away with the program. We want to hook up, all the younger anglers. Me being in your guys' shoes not that long ago, I know how it is. So we're gonna hook you guys up in August. As soon as summer's over, as soon as the school season starts, what better time to start another school program than then? Same deal. We'll take your guys' emails. We'll get your shipping information, and then we'll ship those, our new applicants out another care package as well, a bunch of goodies in it and everything. So we're just want to make sure we got that all covered. If we're sending out the current care packages to our current members, and then August we'll open it back up. We'll try to send out an email blast. Getting a lot of young anglers on Instagram, Facebook messaging me. I've been trying to get back to everyone, but it's been a pretty crazy week. I really try not to be on my phone too much because I feel guilty if I'm on my phone, like messaging people or calling people when I got like 200 orders over here that all need packaged and shipped. So I do apologize on just any, slow or lack of communication on my end. It's not like I'm out fishing or partying or nothing. I'm sitting right here in the sweatshop, filling your guys' orders and everything. So we got that covered. We got some other questions here we're gonna get back to, and let's see here. How many guys have had a weighted swim bait hook with the critter? I've actually played around with that. I've been playing around with a lot of different rigging techniques of it. I got like a weighted swim bait hook myself to try with like the screw keeper, which I thought would be a really great idea. The only issue with that is you also probably want to thread the bait onto the hook, and to thread that that critter onto the hook and then try to put that screw keeper in is really tricky. I'm sure it's doable. I didn't give it a whole lot of time. I threaded on the hook, then sat there and tried to do that screw lock. So I think it would definitely work. You just have to find the right hook for it. I don't have any, recommendation yet, but it's definitely something I'm still looking into myself. So thank you, Chris. That's a great question. And Rodney says he's been putting his on a treble hook. That's still how I fish them. I'm going to talk about here in a little bit about the another way I've been rigging it on like a weedless hook, weedless single hook. But still, I think the treble hook is the more preferred method, and we'll get into that here when I talk about like the rigging tips and everything. So thank you, Rodney. Okay, looks like we're caught up on that. So, let's talk about the critter craziness now. We're shipping orders every day, like I said. The drop we did Wednesday, all of your guys' orders from that Wednesday drop will be in the mail by next Wednesday. There's probably be a good bit in the mail dropped off Monday and Tuesday, just as long as we get caught up. No, nothing crazy, nothing out of the norm happens. Like last week, we did have, kind of a something come up in the family. It kind of gave us a hiccup for 2 days. It's all been resolved now. We're back to normal and back in action. So don't want to have anything like that affect you guys or anything. So main goal obviously is getting baits to everyone, making sure we focus on Folks custom pranks and everything. So that's what we're here to do. We do have another drop on COVID critters coming. We will probably be dropping them Sunday night this time. I know sometimes guys say the Wednesday drops are too hard to get a hold of on the Wednesday drops. So this Wednesday, not sure exactly what time. It'll probably be Oh, not this Wednesday. This Sunday. So today's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. Sunday night, probably 8 o'clock. We'll do it Sunday night. We'll post more Sunday of the drop. It'll be a lot of green pumpkin, a lot of like green pumpkin blue, green pumpkin orange, green pumpkin red, green pumpkin chartreuse. I think it's going to be mainly a green pumpkin drop, which is what you guys have been requesting a lot of. Like everyone's been, wanting the good colors, the dark green pumpkin types. So it's going to be a lot of the green pumpkin types. This color right here, this is a little sneak peek. I won't have these on the site Sunday. This is the bleeding shad. It's like a pearl with some red on it. Um, I won't have that color, and I won't have this color. Morning Dawn will cover these in a second, but we are adding another like pumpkin green style color here. So this color here, I should have brought out a dark green pumpkin. I guess I got them over there, but I don't want to leave the camera. This color right here, we're gonna call like an olive green kind of deal. It's a lot lighter of a green pumpkin style than our other green pumpkin, so it's pretty different enough. I think you guys will really like this color if you're wanting something a little bit more natural, like of course I'm colorblind, so they all look the same to me, but like a pumpkin seed, a watermelon, just like not a super dark green pumpkin, but like a more of a lighter green pumpkin-ish. So we're calling it olive green pumpkin, olive green. Not sure exactly what we're gonna call it yet, but that's that color. We'll have about 200 of these available as well. Uh, and that drop, so it's going to be a heavy green pumpkin drop, which is what everyone's been asking for. So stay tuned for that Sunday. We will post about that on Sunday. We'll let our email subscribers know first as well when they'll be available. We might drop them to our email subscribers first if you're subscribed on our website. That's folkscustomcranks.com. Right at the top says it. You can subscribe to our site and everything. So a lot of green pumpkin variants. The new color here, that is the olive green kind of deal, olive green pumpkin deal. And yeah, so we're going to do the giveaway here. Then we'll get back to talking to the critter talk. So we're going to draw the winner for the shirt. Hopefully they're still live with us so we can get your shirt size. Again, it's for a gray Folks Custom Crank shirt with the blacked out logo. A little subdued. We'll be giving those free eventually to all orders over a certain amount whenever we kind of get our feet under our or get some air under our feet or whatever you want to call it. So here's all the entrants for the first giveaway here. And the winner is Mark Franco. So, Mark, if you're still in the chat with us, please let me know what size you'd like. I have large to two extra large. I'm gonna put this shirt, whatever shirt size you select, we'll put it with this ticket, so we know to ship it to you, and then we will ship you out that shirt as well. So, congratulations, Mark. We're gonna put the giveaway bucket back over to the man in charge over there, and let's get back to talking about critters. So we will have those colors available Sunday, and then kind of give you guys a sneak peek to the guys watching live here. Some colors. It should be not Sunday, but probably next week. If we do another Wednesday or a Thursday drop, we should have enough of these built up in stock to be able to offer to you guys. So this is the bleeding shad. I think this is going to be a really good color starting in the summer now with schooling fish and stuff. Of course, up here in PA, we don't really have schooling largemouth. Even the smallmouth don't school up on Erie like you'd think they would. But just in general, like when I'm fishing this like a fluke or a floating worm, which still is getting bit out on our small lakes because we're in the north and we're behind the south. But just a solid pearl white, great for sight fishing, and then it's going to have that little the bleeding tips on it. So just look like a wounded bait fish with that big vibration pool of that style, of this style bait with all that action and movement of it as well. So that's the bleeding shad, and then this is the morning dawn. Everyone's been wanting a pink, everyone's been wanting a purple. We aren't just coming out with one pink and calling it a day, because pink's one of my favorite. Pink and purple are one of my favorite soft plastic colors in general. So we're gonna have a whole bunch of pinks, purples, like a black grape. Probably even have a couple morning dawn variants. Because if you look at the market, there's so many different versions of morning dawn. So this is just morning dawn version one. It's like a reddish, pinkish, purple color. And actually, that'll bring up our next giveaway. For the round two giveaway, we're going to give away a free COVID critter. All you got to do is comment COVID critter down below, whatever platform you're watching. We'll give that away at 8:30. Winner of this giveaway will get to pick one of these three colors. So you're going to get an unreleased color. Whoever wins this next giveaway, just comment COVID critter. You'll get to pick between the bleeding shad, the morning dawn, and then the olive green pumpkin will ship out to you. So we'll run that one till about 8:30, and then the grand prize package we'll talk about when we get closer to that with the critter crate and kind of the update for that. So when I was out fishing yesterday, I wanted to, when I go fishing, it's not just to go fun fishing. It's R&D testing. Like I said, I only had tied on. I took three poles with me, and all three poles had COVID critters in, because COVID critters tied on, because I'm a believer in the bait now. And I was playing around with a few things. You guys saw the video I posted, like the TikTok style video I posted earlier today, and on my personal page, with the new critter crates that we're coming out with. Not available yet. We're just working on getting all the terminal for them. Terminal tackle. We will have glass rattles in with them. So these are a glass tube rattle. Actually perfect size for the COVID critter. It's not poking out the side. Just I was thinking to myself, how can we continue to make our bait different than everyone else's? There's a lot of every company's coming out with an urchin style bait anymore. So just always trying to think of, like I've always done in my crankbait company, try to make things different, try to make things different than everyone else, make it more unique to me. Not saying putting a glass rattle in anything is revolutionary by any means, but for those who buy a critter crate, you're going to get glass rattles in it to insert into your COVID critter. I went and fished it yesterday. I only used one critter. I never had to fish through the bait or anything, which is what the benefits of that TPE material are. But putting in a glass rattle to the TPE material is a little tricky. It doesn't just slide right in like you would hope it to. One tip that I found on it actually is when you have your glass rattle and you're wanting to put it in your critter, the best thing you can do before you put the rattle in is put your Nico in and then take your Nico out. This kind of just bores out a hole for the critter. Our critter has that spot for a hole, but it's actually not a hole through like a koiki. I like it better like that, because then you don't have to worry about gluing anything inside of it. You put a weight in, you put your your rattle in. Nothing's going nowhere. So, like I said, I'll kind of show you guys. It's always a little tricky doing it this way. It's easier when I have my glasses on to record first person for you, but you kind of just want to wet it. We're aiming for that hole again. You're going to stick your Nico through, and then you're just going to take your Nico out. And what that does is just kind of creates a little bit of a hole bored for your glass rattle here. And the same thing, you want to put your glass rattle right through that hole. See if I can do this a little bit easier. Yep. So that glass rattle slid right in. We're going to poke it through to the other side. You have a little bit of overhang, and now I'm going to hold it up to the mic. You know, when this bait's falling, when you're twitching it or pulsing it, instead of being completely silent. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Hopefully the mic's good enough to pick that up. But just a little bit different still. So that's what we're going for with the critter. You know, we're trying to come out with colors that are different than everyone else. Like just everyone has the same colors, it seems like. So wanting to do different colors. If you guys have purchased ours, you know that they stink. We have been using the garlic scent on them. We did switch to coffee. There's a few reasons. The main reason is we literally built like make these in house. Everything we do is in house. This is in our garage. This is as far as out of the houses, we make baits. And you can imagine, I think we've packaged up 4,000 of these so far and sold them to you guys. But you can imagine what 4,000 of these smell like soaking them in garlic oil. So my wife, shout out to Monica, has not been a fan of how I smell coming home every day. It smells like I work at a garlic factory. Same thing with my dad and my mom. My mom's like, we got to switch scents. We got to switch scent. So we're switching to coffee, and our wives, my wife and my mom, have both been very appreciative of us switching to coffee scent. And coffee scent definitely works for bass. I was using it yesterday. Strike King has made a coffee scented tube or coffee scented plastics for the longest of time. So coffee scent does really work for bass. There is, like anything, there's scientific research that backs it. Whether it's true or not, who knows? They say it has something to do with the caffeine, it being a stimulant, stimulates the bite. But really, the main reason I like the scent, again, to make ours different than everyone else's, is the fact that if you get these in from anyone else, the main hide up Koike brand or any other brand selling, the Urcha style baits, at best, they smell like nothing. At worst, they smell like a burnt tire rubber. So what that was part of my R&D of getting them in. I'm like, every one of these I get, even if it's a name brand, even if it's some other brand or whatever, the smell on it is just not great. If it smells like nothing, it's honestly pretty good. That means whoever made it put something on it to cover the scent. That's just one of the downsides of that TPE material. It's stretchy, it's buoyant, it's durable, but to me, it smells like burnt plastic. So with the scent that we use on ours, whether it be the garlic scent or now the coffee scent, it just covers everything. It covers anything you have on your hands. Some guys swear by, not using bug spray or sunscreen, whatever, and touching it. Well, with using these things, I mean, fish, you can smell this thing while you're casting it. That's how strong our scent is. So, we've gotten a lot of comments and everything about everyone smells our packages getting to their house before they get there, so we appreciate it, and we apologize to any wives or girlfriends we made angry with the garlic scent. Hopefully the coffee scent will make everyone happier, and when we go to shows, we'll have lots of these at shows, and our booth will smell really good and smell instead of smelling like garlic. So hopefully, still a fan of the garlic. Trust me, I'll probably be putting some in garlic, but the coffee definitely it makes everyone happier going forward and everything. So that's kind of the little one of the tips I learned yesterday with the critter with the glass rattle. Still the same like Nico style weight, 3/32 to 1/8 ounce with these. So I just really like that glass rattle. It just makes it different because now that everyone's going to have one of these tied on in their boat, not saying that's a bad thing. We all have Senkos, we all have Beavers, we all have 1.5s. The next step is trying to make yours just a little different than everyone else's, and that's what I've always done with Fulks custom cranks, that being my crankbaits, any of my terminal tackle, just anything I've always offered. I've always wanted to just make it a little different than everyone else's. So we're looking forward to that. Those glass rattles being available in the critter crates. Don't want to dump everything out. there, but we'll cover this when we talk about the giveaway or giveaway whenever we cover that one. Um, the last thing I want to talk about that I was playing with yesterday. Um, Still, I want to get one more day or one more fishing day with this hook. Of course, I still recommend everyone throwing these on a treble hook. Uh, but yesterday I did get to play with like this is kind of a hybrid of a Nico or a wacky style. It's I don't know what you would call it. I'm gonna call it the critter hook if we do decide to sell it or offer it to you guys, whether we sell it on the side or we put it with the critter crate. Um, I really wanted a weedless option, for flipping this thing around grass, like I've been doing. Throw to treble hook is fine. We're not punching it. We're throwing it right on grass edges. Maybe 1 out of 10 casts you come up with a little bit of stalk of grass or anything. So yesterday, it wasn't the greatest fishing day. I only caught 4 or 5. So I mean, I caught and landed all the ones that bit using this hook instead of the treble hook. But I want to make sure I want to get some more fish catches. And whoever wins this critter crate tonight will also get this hook to try, just to be a field tester for me, if you don't mind, because I do wish I had like a pond full of 2 pounders right by my house to go test these out on, but instead we got crappy old Pennsylvania lakes where if you get a bite or two here and there, it's a good day. So we're gonna offer these. It's like this one here is a 3/0, which I feel fits the 19 millimeter perfect. And if you notice, it does have a weed guard on it. It's not like a fluorocarbon keeper. It's actually a spring-loaded metal keeper, and it sits perfectly on that shank with that downturn. Sorry, I know the camera's kind of goofy. So really easy. I mean, it doesn't take much to deploy that. Not an issue whatsoever. Uh, you're not going to miss a fish because of this right here. It's not like blocking, and it's not like a jig weed guard, if you will. It's not stiff whatsoever like that. But we'll kind of show you how to do this. I did learn something yesterday, and from another angler I've watched a video on. I forget who it was, but it was a great tip. So yesterday when I was fishing this, I was just barely skin hooking it, which is fine because this is the TPE material. But what I've started to do some research into is you want to kind of go about a third of the bait way through the bait. I'll show you why here in a second. So we're gonna get this puppy on the hook. You want to go about a third of the way into the plastic, not skin hook it, and you're going to drive it up your shank of your hook there. So you see we got plenty of bite on that hook, plenty of bite with that being a 3/0. The reason why you don't want to skin hook it is because if you do set the hook on this bait, um, what can happen if you skin hook it is the bait can roll. And if this bait rolls up and it's skin hooked, it'll actually hook back into itself. So that was a really great tip from an angler. I was just watching like a YouTube short or a TikTok of or whatever, and I did put that into a play yesterday, and it definitely did help. Never missed any fish with that. So it's not. I'm sure you can still skin hook it and be fine, but putting it a third of the way through that just doesn't make the bait roll over or like twist onto itself and then hook itself. I'll try to do like a video with my glasses because it is kind of tricky being inverted like this. But yeah, that's the other hook we've been working on. I do have another Nico weight coming out on. I don't have any pictures of it yet, but I think it's going to be something you guys really like. It's going to work perfect for these. It's the style of where you put your Nico weight through, and then on the other side you're going to be attaching your hook to it, so you actually won't even need to be putting a hook into the actual urchin with that new Nico weight that we're going to have option, that available option we'll have. So that's kind of some COVID critter updates from just my 1 day fishing yesterday, hoping to get out next week at some point to do some final testing on this hook. Just to I want to make sure I don't want to just have something and sell it to you guys without me testing it. That's never how I've ran my business. I'm my number one field tester. I wouldn't sell something to you if it's not something I would use and trust in a tournament. So just want to make sure this hook is all good to go for you guys. It is a BKK hook itself, like the base of it is a BKK hook. So I know the hook itself is perfect. I just want to make sure all the kinks are worked out of it with the sizing and what I recommend. So that's kind of what we're working with now, being summer grass flipping starting. Still recommend the treble hook as well option for open water fishing or even light cover fishing. But just know that we are working on a weedless option for you guys as well, like plenty of other companies, because these are the new all the new craze. So it is 8:30. We'll go ahead and pick a winner for their option of the new 3 colors on the COVID critter. So whoever wins this drawing will get to pick an unreleased color. We'll ship it to you for free. You're going to get the bleeding shad. You could get the olive green pumpkin, or you could get the morning dawn. So we'll go ahead and pick the winner, and then we'll ask you what color you want, and we'll ship it out to you. So winner for this one is Mark Ice. So, Mark, congratulations. Please let us know which color you'd like, and we will get whatever color you want out to whatever color you pick. We'll get it out to you, and it'll be soaked in that coffee juice, so it'll smell a little bit better than the garlic ones. And yeah, congratulations on winning, Mark. Just let me know whatever platform you're on, and we'll get you taken care of. So I'll set these to the side, make sure go over my list here of what all the things I want to talk about. Okay. Oh, there's that. So for the last giveaway winner, we'll run it at 8:45, 9, whenever we stop, our stream. I have a bunch of comments here I'm going to get through. Who the last giveaway winner will receive a unreleased critter crate. So we're also giving away one of these on our Facebook page, where you like and tag 3 buddies. These will be available soon. The main reason these aren't available now is just I want to make sure all the terminal tackle, I want to have those new Nico weights. I want to have a weedless hook in here. So I just want to make sure they're set and perfect for you guys. So winner of this is going to get a loaded critter crate with all the goodies in it besides that new Nico weight. All you have to do is comment critter crate. Whatever platform you're on, just comment critter crate, and winner is going to get a fully loaded critter crate. I'm probably going to be valuing this probably $80 to $90. So this is a great little prize for you guys. Whoever's going to win this, calling it the grand prize for this. Just appreciate everyone tuning in every week, and appreciate everyone's support and business that they've given us. So always wanting to hook everyone up who's supported me. So we'll kind of talk about the critter crate. It's actually not a huge tackle box, which is kind of nice. I didn't want something oversized. And honestly, when I went fishing yesterday, this is all I took with me, because I just threw a critter. This just you can put this thing anywhere. It's not even, it's like a 3500 size. It's 4 inches tall. Just to give you guys an idea, I'll have dimensions and stuff. I think it's like 8 inches lengthwise, and about 4 inches widthwise. So I'd say about 3 of these is about the size of a 3700 deep. So you'll be able to, have, like, you can make this all green pumpkin. You can get another one and make it all your shad, and you can get another one and have like your scuppernongs. And we'll kind of go through and what's involved with the critter crate here. And this isn't complete. Like I said, I'm waiting on some other terminal stuff. One of that, making sure we finalize, is that weedless hook. So right now in the critter crate, of course, if I try to angle this goofy wise, you're gonna get Nico weights, all 4 sizes. You're gonna get the critter gritter treble hooks. You will get the weedless hooks. You'll get your other Nico hooks, and you'll get the glass rattles as well. So that's just a little tray on top. If we do sell these just empty, unloaded, or whatever, probably a lot of guys are going to throw away this tray, which is perfectly fine. Especially once you have one tray loaded up with all your hardware and stuff, you really won't need, to have it in every box. So, but this is nice. It sits right on top. Just sits right on top your critters in here. Just keeps it out of the way and everything kind of, organized and sorted a little bit better than before. How I was just throwing everything in a Ziploc. Uh, so, uh, without that tray, you open it up. Right now, we have 6 critters in this one right here. The winner is going to get 2 scuppernong, 2 Pro Blue, and then 2 Smalley Snot. So, great little package. Like I said, this is probably going to be valued around $70, $80, $90. And whoever wins this, we're going to hook up. You're going to be the first two people to get it. Whoever wins this one, and then whoever wins the one we're giving away on our main Facebook page of Folks Custom Cranks. So, comment Critter Crate. We're hoping to have these available in about 2 weeks. Is the estimated delivery time on my Nika weights, and then by then I will also have the hook. I hopefully next week when I go fishing, I'll be able to make a final decision on what hook we want to sell in with that Critter Crate. So just wanting to have everything in that crate that you guys would need for this type of fishing. Of course, if you've been bass fishing a while, you probably have a lot of the stuff already, but it's nice having it in one spot. There's no other company out there right now selling like an all-in-one kit. So it's just kind of cool. Being a smaller company, I can work a little bit faster than these major corporations, and I'm able to get products out quicker to you guys. I imagine at ICAST this year, probably every booth down every aisle is going to be having Harry balls and having Harry balls storage systems and everything. So we can at least beat them by a month or two now by offering our own version of an urchin style box. We've gotten a lot of great response back on this guy from you guys. So I wasn't sure if guys would want like an urchin style box for all these baits, but it is kind of a tricky bait to store. You don't want to leave these out on your boat deck all day. Like the koiki, if you do leave it out on your boat deck for a week, it will kind of turn into a gloop. We're actually going to do like a scientific study here. We're going to weather one of my COVID critters, and then we're also going to weather a koiki. That being, we're just going to set it out on our porch and let it get baked by the sun and see how long it takes to deteriorate that deep TPE plastic. I imagine because mine are coming from the same place the koikis are coming from, about the same deterioration time. So, if you leave your koiki out on your rod deck for 3 days in a row and it melts, that's probably how mine's going to act as well. So that's what I recommend. Just don't store them in direct sunlight. You don't want to store them in your oven. You can leave them in your boat. You can leave them in your boat tackle storage, but just don't leave it laying out on your boat deck for days on end is my recommendation for storing them. So and then, like with all other TPE baits, like Z-Man and stuff, you don't want to store it with any other non-TPE plastics. You can keep TPE with TPE; it's fine together. You can put them all together, but you don't want to put a TPE urchin next to a Yamamoto Senko because then they will just melt each other. Sorry, I'm just pretty hot out here in the garage, so trying to keep my whistle wet. Um, Now that we covered the Critter Crate giveaway, or kind of go through any comments you guys have. And if you have any more comments, please comment down below. I got to cover one more topic, and then I'm done running my mouth all night. So, um, looks like So Sick Plastic says that he found what works best, other than the treble hook, is a 1/0 hook with a drop shot weight. Definitely seen a lot of that being rigged like that. No issue whatsoever with it. Just a lot of guys like that treble hook weight or the treble hook. Just to have two hooks. Just better hookup ratio, being a little bit bigger of a bait. But absolutely nothing wrong whatsoever with how you're recommending to rig it. So. Paul asked what hook was that. That was our weedless, whatever you want to call it, wacky Nico critter hook that we're coming out with. It's a 3/0 size because you want a little bit bigger bite on them as well. So can't wait to get mine. Keep an eye out for them dark green pumpkins. Yep, dark green pumpkin, all the green pumpkin, orange, chartreuse, blue, red variants, all will be on Sunday's drop. So we'll keep everyone updated with that. Just gotta keep being caught up on my end and everything. So, um, Daryl said, again, these guys have been out fishing a lot, so I'm taking their word for a lot. He says that the scent has helped them, and over, the unscented koiki other ones, just because them other ones, if they don't have anything on it to cover that scent, making them smell neutral, just they don't smell great. They smell. You just go out and smell your tires. That's what they smell like. it's just that TPE material. So the scent we use doesn't affect the TPE. If you use like Spike It or anything with acetone base in it, which is alcohol, it actually eats the urchin, the TPE material. So you never want to use Spike It or any of that, like Spike It or what's the other, JJ's Magic. Those will just completely eat and melt your koiki or your urchin, your COVID critter. So thank you, Daryl, for that as well. Um, Brian asked a great question. Will you offer any other size other than 19 millimeter? 100%. 25 millimeters are on their way. We paid multiple thousands of dollars to have them on a plane ticket instead of being shipped like everyone else's. So, 1 to 2 weeks is the estimated time I was given. How international shipping works, you don't really have a whole lot of information, you don't have a whole lot of information you can trust and count on until it hits U.S. soil. So I won't know exactly what day I have them until it hits U.S. customs. I just know be on the lookout in the next 1 to 2 weeks for that 25 millimeter. We're going to be calling it the COVID Critter XL. And then to kind of drop another hint on you guys, if you've seen the Koiki Suplex, which is the 32 millimeter ball, we do have that also in the works. A lot further down the line, I was told what is it month it like beginning of July is when I might expect to get those in. So they're ordered. Trust me, they're I paid for them. They're technically ordered, but they're not even been produced yet overseas where everyone else is. So we'll have the COVID Critter XL. Which is that 25 millimeter, and then we'll have that 32 millimeter, the suplex size, which I think we gotta come up with a cool name for that because I can't call it the double XL. That'll get too confusing. So I don't know. We got to come up with a cool name with that. We'll maybe do a contest or something on our page to help you guys come up with that daggum baseball size critter, but it catches fish, and I think that size bait. If there's any major tournaments next year on like in Texas, any of them just heavy hitters, just slobber knocker tournaments where 100 pounds to win. I think you're going to see that big old baseball urchin be a player on those fish. I'm sure it'll catch fish up here in PA, but the 19 millimeter already kind of takes away our small fish, a 12 to 13-inch fish. Caught plenty on it, but it definitely seems to weed out those bites for you, which is kind of nice. It's like throwing anything else big is you're fishing for quality bites instead of just going out to vacuum fish up. So, uh, that's why I've really liked to throw in the critter in the 19 millimeter around here around us. Is it just seems to get a better quality of bite. So thank you for that, Brian. Um, Jerome Johnson asks if there's any dye that I would recommend. I'm not sure of any dye that works for these. How I'm making mine is actually like a commercial product. It's not any of the ones offered like on the scent market. It's not even labeled to be used as a bait scent. I just did some research into the TPE material and what type of paint or dye works on the TPE, and found this company. Never heard of them before, and purchased all my like paint and my dyes from them to be able to make them custom. And it seemed to work really well. I don't really want to disclose that exact information because I just a custom painter. I took a lot of time and research and digging into figuring out what it takes to be able to do what I'm doing. But I'm sure there'll be products or something out there where you can get close to what I'm doing, just not on like the commercial side, like the product I'm using. So just a little bit better quality, and has zero effect to the TPE, and it's permanent. So it's not like something you have to clear coat like a crankbait. When I apply my color to the urchin, it's permanent. It's on there for good. So thank you, Jerome. Jonathan says COVID critter variant X. You never know. Just out of my own thought, I was like, oh, the Fu Manchu kind of sounds funny. I don't know. It's we'll see. We'll see what we come up with. But Larry Bode says, "Do you have a smaller one coming?" We do. So all the craze right now is making bigger, bigger, bigger. We have the 19, we have the 25 on the way, the 32 in the way, in the works. But we also have off the top of it's a 90. So it's 90 millimeters is 3.5 inches. So it's a 3.5 inch wide total diameter. The inner ball, I think, is 8 or 9 millimeters. Don't quote me on this. I don't have any yet, other than my product samples I've got. But we'll be selling them like as in a 2 pack, like everyone else, probably for $10 or whatever we sell our our normal price COVID critters for. Same colors. We're gonna have them same custom colors, same scent. They'll be in the coffee scent. So we don't have them yet, but we will definitely be having that soon. Just to give you guys a full lineup, especially up here for the Great Lakes. I think that little, maybe the junior or whatever we'll end up calling that smaller size will be a really great bait for us up on the Great Lakes, fishing for smallmouth and fishing all over. Yesterday, my dad was actually throwing it around just as a finesse version of what I was throwing, and he was getting more bites than me. And he did catch some, quality fish on it, but for them 4 to 5 pound fish, which is what I love chasing after. It seems like you want the at least the regular size, if not the 25 millimeter when it comes in and everything. Last thing I want to talk about is other like crankbaits that are coming to the website. Actually, they'll be available either tonight or tomorrow, just whenever I can get pictures taken of them. Honestly, I have not been in the paint shop doing like crankbaits much. I've been in the paint shop a lot doing the critter stuff, but I have not been in the paint shop doing. Uh, I've not been in the paint shop doing a lot of crankbait painting just because I've been so busy. I've been working, putting in 10 to 12 hours a day, work shipping orders, uh, package printing orders, packaging critters, doing everything critter craziness. But critter craziness is in full effect. So I do apologize on the crankbait side. I've been a little slow. I mean, it is, starting to, it's June. So the deep crankbait bite will start turning on. The top water bite will start turning on. But I don't have as many crankbaits coming down the pipe as I do in the spring. That being said, like I said, tonight or tomorrow when we're done with the stream, I'm gonna go and take pictures of. We'll have some new small jaw crawls available. Everyone liked them last time, and they uh, they sold out pretty quick, so I wanted to do another batch of them. We have the small jaw craw coming out on pre-Rapala wiggleworts and rock crawlers, the rock crawler KO. Guys have really been liking that we offer, kind of a 1-2 punch. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about is a joke I made in my mind because, the rock crawler is a great bait, don't get me wrong, but tournament day, you kind of lean on that pre-Rapala wigglewort just because it's a premier top quality bait. But that rock crawler KO, we sell it for $12, so it is cheaper than a regular rock crawler, which are too expensive anymore. Um, those will be available in the small jaw crawl. The pre-Rapala wiggle warts will be $30 for the ones with stamp. If I have any without stamp, still authentic, still 100% authentic pre-Rapala, they'll be 25. So I will send out an email blast when they become available. It just depends on how much critter craziness I have after uh, we finish this live stream and everything. So those are coming down the pipe. I do have another batch of rock crawlers and orange tail coming down the pipe. And then still I got to get to them is the Mega Bass 110s that we did in Morning Dawn. You guys loved. And thank you guys again. I think I did not expect those to sell out like as quick as they did. Just because it's a 30 some dollar jerk bait. Mega Bass on its own is 25. Once you custom paint it, sandblasting sucks. I really hate sandblasting, but I do it for you guys. Do it to make some great baits. So those we'll have another batch of those in Morning Dawn available soon. Just I gotta wait for a non-rainy day to be able to sandblast outside, and then I gotta wait for a day where I'm not drowning in COVID critters. So uh, yeah, some that stuff coming down the pipe. We'll do a Facebook post when with the small jaw crawls. It'll be either late tonight. Worst case, it'll be by tomorrow. That way, you guys can check them out, get all the ones that you'd need to go along with that. Uh, see, Daryl says the covert curve Magnum. That is a good name. You never know. I do like that because the XL and the regular might be a little tricky. So that's not a bad name at all. Thank you for that. Daryl said cranks have been putting a lot of big fish in the boat. I have been seeing, we were talking about the baby one minuses earlier. That's a uh, great. Everyone loves a baby one minus if you ever thrown it, especially down your way, Daryl, in Virginia with the tidal water. So definitely, I don't have any more of those. Well, I do have the blanks. I have to assemble them, but a lot of things on the plate right now, so there's a lot a lot of projects in the works. So hoping to be able to do more of those for you guys soon. Obviously, I love being able to recreate and bring back discontinued products for you guys. So definitely we'll have those for show season and everything. But just a lot of stuff going on this summer. Uh, with everything going on with the critter craziness. 25 millimeters on the way. I think I have on order about 30,000 total critters available. So, I know right now it's tricky with the drops to get a hold of them. And personally, I don't like doing drops. If I can make it to where everyone gets their bait in a timely manner, whatever you want, I can get it to you in a timely manner. That would be perfect world situation. I want to be able to get everyone baits who wants them, but supply and demand is the issue right now, and I don't want to charge $20 each like you see some other companies, or $15 each charging. For me, that $10 to $11 price range is perfect. I don't want to overcharge you guys. To me, that's what I would pay for them. So that's what I want to keep my pricing at, and I just have to do them in batches because that's as fast as I can make them, as fast as you guys have been getting them. So I'm just trying to keep everything, not trying to work 20 hours a day. I'm fine working 12 to 16 hours a day if needed, but just trying to keep everything balanced. Got to make sure I do get some airbrush time in. I got to make sure I can at least fish maybe once a week to do the testing and everything. Um, but yeah, that kind of wraps up everything I needed to talk about for the. Oh, so we had a comment on my personal page when we dropping more COVID critters Sunday night. Not sure exactly what time. We'll probably let email subscribers know first. Probably 8 o'clock. That's kind of when we try to do stuff on our website. So be on the lookout for Sunday. Sunday we'll be dropping a ton of green pumpkins. We'll be dropping all the dark green pumpkin variants: green pumpkin blue, green pumpkin orange, green pumpkin chartreuse, green pumpkin red. We'll be dropping this new color right here. This is the olive green color, like a more of a lighter, more natural green pumpkin style. So there'll be a massive green pumpkin drop on the website, as well as like bluegill will be available, scuppernong will be available, a bunch of other colors. But like this one's really heavy on green pumpkin because that's the color that sells out within seconds to minutes every time we post it. So, like I said, my main goal is to get everyone baits who wants them. So that's just what I'm trying to do. What's been going on behind the scenes here with Folks Custom Cranks. That's why I just spilled the beans on how many COVID critters are ordered, with 30 some thousand paid for and uh, on the way from of course China. That's where everyone has theirs made with that TPE material. So Jonathan Forrest asked, "Do you drop only if you have them in stock ready to ship?" Absolutely. You see a lot of companies like doing pre-sales on them. I'm I'm not saying that's bad, but just the way I run business is I don't want to sell you something unless I have it in my hand. So like, of course, my 25 millimeter COVID critter it's shipped. I can see that it's in the mail, not on U.S. soil yet, but I'm not really sure exactly when it's coming in. So I don't want to do any pre-sales. I don't want to have the stress of taking money for something that I don't have myself. That goes against my ethics. I don't know, how I was raised maybe, but like I don't want to sell you something or take money for something that I don't personally have. That just doesn't seem right. So that's why I've been doing it on the drops. But we will definitely keep everyone updated on the 25 millimeters. I think my first batch of 25 millimeter ones, the COVID Critter XL, will be close to about 10,000 baits available. So they should be available to anyone who wants them, barring that they sell out fast or not. But they should be available to anyone who wants a COVID Critter XL, aka the Koiki full cast size. Uh, so we'll kind of wrap things up here. We got 7 minutes left till 9. Perfect. We'll end this thing at 9. So if you've joined us late, our final giveaway is for a critter crate. This is fully loaded, comes with 6 COVID critters, and all the rigging stuff that you need. Not 100% loaded. When I have all of my terminal tackle in for these, we'll have these for sale. We're just waiting on that final Nico weight coming in, and then we're also finalizing what weedless hook we want to include with that. So all you have to do is comment critter crates. We're going to draw the winner for that at 9. This kind of $70, $80, $90 value. Don't have an exact price on it yet. We'll have to break down the price. And of course, when we sell these, we're going to sell it for cheaper than all of the sum of all of its parts, or whatever that saying is. So if the box, if the value of the box say is $100, we're going to sell it for 85 or 90. We're going to sell it for a little bit cheaper, being a package deal, instead of making you pay full price or making you pay a premium for it. So just because I appreciate you guys. I'm a fisherman. I want to support you. You guys have supported me over the last 13 some years. So that's just, I like to do everyone right. I like to do everyone the same way I want to be treated as a customer, as a fisherman. So if anyone has any questions, we have a few minutes here before we draw the winner for that crate. Let's see. Wes asks, "Are we still rigging them on a treble? What do you think is the best way to rig them weedless for hard structure cover fishing?" So yes, for light structure, I do think that treble hook is still the way to go. Having two hooks, two open exposed hooks. Um, Earlier in the video, I was talking about this new hook we're working on. This is a 3/0. Uh, it's kind of a in between a wacky and a Nico, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna call it. Um, but it's a 3/0, kind of designing it for the critter. It has that weed guard on it, but it's not a fluorocarbon weed guard. It's a like a spring-loaded metal. I don't know what you'd call it. My dad used to throw a tube like 20 years ago with that exact weed guard on it. It worked 20 years ago, and it worked yesterday. So I think this is going to be a really viable, great option for fishing it around thick cover. I just got to get one more day under my belt throwing this hook. Yesterday, I only caught 5 fish total. I want to get more fish caught personally on this hook before I offer them for sale to you guys. So whoever wins this crate, whoever wins the other crate, these will be included on in the crate. So you'll be kind of our field testers for this hook and everything. But it's super sharp. It is on the base hook, like itself, is a BKK hook. It's not like a hook we're making. It's just BKK hook, but it's something we're adding, the components to and marketing to be used as an urchin or critter, critter hook or whatever. So definitely I'm leaning towards something along this style, whether this one is our final production of what we're going to offer, or if it's something different. This is what we're thinking for your heavy cover grass kind of hook. So thank you, Wes, for that question. That's a great question. Definitely, once we find the best thing we can do, we will offer it to you guys. That's how we've always done it. So I'll make sure we put this hook back in the critter crate. Got that loaded down for you guys. Got a couple minutes left. Do we have any last questions? Have been getting lots of your guys' messages and everything. If guys have been getting their critters in and loving them. So thank you guys for that. I love hearing feedback on everything. Haven't had any bad or negative reviews or anything yet. I think the worst review people says it stinks like garlic, which that's what they're supposed to. If you're joining in, we are switching to coffee scent just to appease my wife, appease my mom, because we are in house. My parents' house has smelled like garlic for the last month, so we're switching over to coffee. It's still gonna smell like coffee for a while, but at least they like coffee. Me and my dad, we personally don't like the smell of coffee. Don't even like the taste of coffee, but our coffee scent actually does smell pretty good. So to me, it smells like a chocolate milkshake, so I can put up with it. Let's see. Real Bassin says, he's been loving seeing you interview the pros. Well, thank you for that. Do have a lot of backlog of that. I've just been trying to sprinkle in all sorts of different videos. We still have videos to post from our Bassmaster Classic trip. We still have videos to post from our Red Crest trip. Actually, I need to put together a full Red Crest montage of all of our interviews and videos together. Just been pretty busy with the critter craziness going on, but thank you for that, buddy. I greatly appreciate the kind words and everything. So just keeping doing what we want to do, and this is my full-time job. This is my dream job of working, having a bait company. So thank you guys for everything that you do for me. Oh, the mouse is kind of getting goofy here. Jerome asked, can we Can we still make the can we still make mom mad if we want the garlic scent? We could probably make that happen because I'll be still making some in garlic scent for myself. Don't know if it's any better or worse than the coffee scent, but it's definitely more potent than the coffee. So we might when she goes off to do a grocery shopping or when she's a school teacher. So when she gets back to school, we might be sneaking some garlic ones in. And that being said, it's 8:59, so we'll go ahead and do the giveaway winner for again the COVID critter, the critter crate. This is the grand prize winner for tonight. So after we pick this winner, we're gonna sign off. I'm gonna get back to work myself, and yeah, thank you guys everyone for watching and everything you guys do. So the winner for the grand prize critter crate box before anyone else gets theirs is Mr. Paul Johnson. So, Paul, congratulations. Paul actually is he's a customer of mine. Customer of mine. We see him every year in Columbus. Proud to call him a friend. So it's really cool that he's actually won this. Just look at the draw with the giveaway bucket here that's got everyone's names in it. So again, congratulations to Paul. He's going to be one of the two first people to get a critter crate. If you haven't checked out our giveaway already on Facebook, go to the Folks Custom Cranks Facebook page. We are giving that another critter crate away on Monday. All you have to do is like the post, tag 3 buddies, and share it. So again, Nick here with Folks Custom Cranks. Thank you to everyone who's watched. Congrats to all of the giveaway winners today. Sunday, we have another drop of the COVID critters. Either tonight or tomorrow, we'll have some small jaw craws available, and then a lot more COVID critters next week available as well. So I'm going to get back to shipping your guys' orders and staying busy. So